got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you dare look in the press, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Commanders. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Watson on first down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Watson. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action, Corral. He's going to look deep for more. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the interception, here's Watson. And able to find Allen Lazard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain of yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And this will be taken at the 13. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shot of playoff football.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Corral on 2nd down.
Buying time to his left. He's going to look deep for more.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Commanders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson.
Out route, and this is Henry with a catch.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
Out left to Dotson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Corral. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. Third down, Corral. That caught by Tremble. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Fourth down, Corral looking to throw it. And Marshall's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Again, it's Corral. That pass complete to Moore. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Corral dancing to his left. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Corral on first down. For Marshall, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Fakes the handoff here. Corral.
That's complete. Again, he's got Marshall. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Here's Corral. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
On 2nd down, here's Corral.
This is caught. Touchdown. Tommy Trimble from 6 yards away. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, Watson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Robinson up the middle. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Now it's Watson. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Hey, 24. Hey, 31. Hey, 55. 24.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Again, it's Watson. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On third down, Corral. There's Trimble, the tight end. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll go for it on 4th. Here's Corral. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Robinson. And he's got room. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
On second down, a run with Evans.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will do it for this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
And Corral will throw it.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On third down, here's Corral.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Going for it on 4th down, Corral.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Robinson.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
From the 27, Watson. Got a man, that's Lazard.
Touchdown, Washington.
Alan Lazard, 27 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got to...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
From the 29, Corral. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, it's Corral. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Corral with it, first down here. He's got a man, that's Marshall. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards, the final tally.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick-6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Marshall coming in motion right. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Corral looking for another pass here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's Corral on first down. And he's got it. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. McCaffrey will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now Watson throws another interception. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Corral throwing for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Straight ahead, it's Evans. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
The throw over the middle taken in. He's got room at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. To throw again on 2nd down. Corral. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The tight end Henry here in motion. After the interception, here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That's caught right side by Anderson. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Corral. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Give to Robinson on the option. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Corral. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Commanders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and run here with Evans. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They start on the ground with Robinson here.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
On 3rd down, it's Evans.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Corral from his own end zone.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between.
And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. The extra point by Sly is up and good,
and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw for both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Washington, they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the final weekend gives them a final mark of 16-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss means they'll finish at 11-6 overall. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, and sold a million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up.